I just got this brand new bottle from Garrison's. They call it the SONORA. It's brand new in their lineup, and I can't wait to do a review on it. Let's go. Welcome back to Old Fashioned Ways. I'm Doc Martinez, and today I am doing a review on the brand new Garrison Brothers SONORA. As you can see, I popped this open, had a small sip of this before, but a very quick one. So I need to sit down and kind of just enjoy it and review it and tell you my thoughts. Is this worth hunting? I want to say there's only like 1,000 or 1,500 bottles of this made. So there's not a lot of it out there. So I'm lucky enough to have one myself. So I'm going to pour some out. Ooh, nice little pop. So I'm going to pour some out and set it to the side so I can do a review. So before I do this review, I want to introduce somebody that's very special to me. So I'm going to introduce my mother-in-law. Come on in. So this is my mother-in-law.
Hello.
The reason I have her here today is because I cannot do a lot of these reviews without her. She's the one that will wake up my father-in-law or her brother and make him take her to go sit in line for me to get bottles like this for me. So without her, this would not be possible. So today I am sharing a pour with her. Which one do you want?
The least amount.
And so I just wanted to thank you. Thank you, mother-in-law. Cheers. Cheers. I can't sip it, but you can. So there you go. This is how I get my bottles.
Bye-bye.
I'm glad my mother-in-law came on a little bit. She was a little bit shy, not wanting to come on. But I did want to thank her in person and show you who's the person that actually goes and gets a lot of this stuff for me. Garrison Brothers and Still Awesome. A lot of times when I get those special releases, it's her that's takes the extra time, wakes up extra early to go do that for me. So it's funny because she's starting to be known around those areas. So when they see her come in, they know that it's for me. Let's talk a little bit about this bottle before we jump into it. So this is a Garrison Brothers. As I said, there's this new on them. I love their wax color that they have. It's a nice kind of, it's almost like a bronze or reddish bronze color on there. Now this is straight bourbon whiskey finished in rye whiskey barrels. Whiskey Shaman, my buddy Whiskey Shaman did a review on this. And if you have not seen that, I will leave a link to in the bottom. He's done a great review. I want to say, if I remember correctly, he said it was 5-year bourbon and then put into, it was either 2 or 3 more years in a rye barrel. And he's like wondering, why don't we do more rye barrel finishes? So can't wait to jump into this one so I can see if I have those same thoughts. But 54% alcohol by volume, 180 proof, and, you know, Texas whiskey. So, all right. Let's just start off and just look at this and just swirl it around a little bit. Ooh, man, these legs are very, very tight, tight, tight. I love that. Barely starting to come down. Man, that is oil on there. That is holding onto that glass very nicely. Very dark, as you expect with a lot of Garrison stuff. Their stuff is dark. Get a lot of dark amber with them. So let's go in for it. Let's go in for that aroma. Ooh, now with the Garrison Brothers, you smell that Texas whiskey right away. It is a dark. I mean, my mother-in-law was smelling on her way out. She says that she smells caramel in here. And you do smell that caramel. But for me, there is a raisin, there is a date, there is a dark chocolate, there is leather. Like this is just dark on the nose and some sweetness in the background as well. But I think of dates, you know, like those dried dates, dried grapes, raisins and stuff like that is what I get off of this. This just smells like a good Garrison Brothers whiskey to me. So start this off. I'm gonna start this off with a 7. Favorite part? Let's go in for flavors. Let's go in for that sip. Really coats that tongue. A tiny bit spicy. That dark chocolate, those dates coming through. It reminds me a little bit of the Balmorea, but brighter. I know I keep saying dark, but this is like brighter than Balmorea. Across the tongue. Just nice. So the flavors initially, a little spicy, a little sweet, a little of that date. You're getting that date kind of flavors in there. My first drink of the night. So there was a lot that went on. So it was hard to pick up a lot of it. But for that flavors, I'm going to give that a 7. Complexity, second drink. Let's see how it changes. Got a little bit darker. A little bit more of that bitter dark chocolate. You're tasting that dates. The plum, like there's like a plum, like a stone fruit in there. There's it's funny. It tastes a little bit like a red wine as well. If I were drinking this, I would say that this was finished in some sort of red wine in my brain, because I taste like that fruitiness, that plum. I'm tasting like some grapiness, the dried raisins and the dates in there, and it's making me think kind of a dark red wine. Lots of complexity on this, nicely through the tongue. A little bit bitter on that second drink. Leather notes coming out as well. So for the complexity, I'm gonna give that a 7.5. Now, before I move on, I would just look at the bottles. I was doing that, and look at that. That is so cute. See if I can get that right there. A little bat. I'm doing this right before Halloween. I don't know if this will come out before Halloween, but I like that. Drink like an adult. Sonora with the grains and the little bat on there. Born and bred in High, Texas. I like the. Sometimes you just gotta look at these bottles and look at the little details on them. There's just so many nice details. Look at the Garrison brothers in that star. There's a female holding with a hat on, looking to the side. I wonder if that's his wife. I wonder if that's image of his wife there as well. Sonora endured even scorching Texas summers, first in white American oak, then finished in rye barrels. The result is dark chocolate, warm cinnamon, and rye-kissed spice. Inspired by the Crystal Kingdom hidden beneath Texas limestone and forged through the perseverance of the visionary women who brought her to life. Ooh, so I wonder if this was their. I need to look it up now. They have a female who's a distiller. I wonder if this was her creation. I wonder if she's the one that kind of led this one. All right. We're on a mouthfeel. Mouthfeel covers the tip, covers the middle, covers the back, covers the roof. Mouth is salivating. That one I got a little hint of like the citrus, but like the citrus peel where you get a little bit of that spiciness from them. And also you're getting some of those spicy notes like you did. I didn't mention that in the first ones, but there is a spicy note there. But it goes away pretty quickly. But then at the end, it kind of lingers on, and that's what I'm kind of getting right now. But for mouthfeel, covers that mouth very thick, very solid on it. It's a little bit tannic, a little bit drying, but not over drying, that I still want to drink more. I still want to taste it. Sometimes when things are over tannicky, it dries my mouth and makes me not want any more. So for that mouthfeel, I'm going to give that a 7.5 as well. Finish. Now, how long does this last, and what does it do on that tongue, right? Every sip of this gets nice, dark, flavorful, and the finish is just that bitterness that I had on that second sip kind of went away. I don't have that bitterness anymore. But you're getting the strong dried fruit, so strong dates, strong raisins, plum that just stick there. You get that spiciness at the end, and actually on that one, a little bit like kind of honeyness, like there's a little bit of honey in this. As I said, it kind of just reminds me of something that's a dark red wine, like a dark red wine finish. I would be completely wrong guessing that, but that's what it kind of reminds me of as well. This finish just goes on and on and on. So this finish lasts a long time. So for the finish, I'm going to give that an 8.5. Would I buy again? Let's go on for a sip. Now, these at MSRP are $160, which for Garrison, that's actually a pretty good price there. A lot of times, a lot of their special releases are a lot higher, especially when you only have something. I want to say it was like 1,000 to 1,500 bottles. I don't think it says on here how many. This is bottle number 265 though, but it doesn't say how many out of how many. 160, good solid bottle. So when you look at this and compare it to normal bottles, I wouldn't say it's a 160 bottle. I'm saying this is, a good solid $90, $100 bottle. But when you know Garrison and you know their pricing, and a lot of these special releases are like $200, $250, this 160 seems like a bargain for Garrison Brothers. So that's where it kind of becomes confusing. Am I comparing this to, what other bottles can I get for 160? Or am I comparing this to Garrison Brothers that I get for 160, right? So that's where this number is going to be a little bit lower. It's going to be at a 6.5, But yes, I would buy again because I would like to have a backup of this on my shelf. I like to see what comes forward, what comes out next year with this. So my total for this, 44 out of 60. Nice solid score for something like this kind of release. So hopefully you guys are able to, if you want one, to go out there and find one and hunt one down and get one. But if it's going for $250, don't get it. Try to get a sample somewhere. It is a Garrison Brothers product for sure, but a different one. And this I like right now. I haven't had a sip in a moment. I still taste it on the tongue, and it's a nice even taste over the tongue, and I'm really enjoying it. Now, anytime I do a review, I do giveaways. I want to share with you guys in the comments below. Let me know, do you like Texas whiskey? And if so, what's your favorite Texas whiskey, right? Also at #Sonora. Good pour. Good solid pour. I'm glad I have a little bit more to enjoy tonight, but I'm enjoying this one. And I'm glad I do have a backup. My mother-in-law was nice enough to grab me 2, so I'm glad I have a backup this already. So, well, my friends, thank you for joining me on another journey down my whiskey, especially my Texas whiskey rabbit hole. To our next journey, my friends, cheers.